Welcome back to the channel. This is a viewer's Q&A. I'm going to answer your questions in this video. Let's get straight into this. I've printed off a bunch of questions. I've actually had lots of different comments and lots of different themes emerge over the first few months of running this channel. So I'm going to go through them. Definitely not going to get through them all because there's maybe 6 or 7 sheets here, but I'll do a few and I'll come back on the next one. So I will get round to your question. And if you have questions for me on any of my subjects that I cover, life in Spain, entrepreneurship, health and fitness, watches, fragrances, that kind of stuff, then definitely comment below and I will come round to your question. Or I'll put a post out intermittently asking for questions when I do these videos, so look out for those on the channel too. Speaking of watches, I'm wearing my Tudor today, my 39mm Pelagus. Don't wear this a lot, but I really enjoy it. It's a titanium piece, 39mm, so it's kind of flies under the radar a little bit. Looks like a vintage Rolex in some instances. Really, really enjoy this one. All right, so the first one is from Habato9779. Seen loads of your comments on the channel. I really appreciate your support. Thanks for the chance for asking a question. Here is mine. Usually the first months or first year are the most difficult and exhausting settling into a new country. Are you over it, or do you feel the learning curve is getting even steeper? It's a great question, and I would definitely say that moving to a new country is super challenging. Uprooting your old existing life from whichever country that you're from, in our case the UK, I know I've got American followers here, and just anywhere, it's really quite a significant event in your life, and you have to have the will and the commitment to do that for sure. But for us, the other side of that was just so unbelievably worth it, moving to Spain. And there's definitely a learning curve, I do agree with you there, but it's definitely shallowing out, let's say, off the back of that. So we're into the swing of things. I'm lucky because my wife is much better at Spanish than me, albeit I am learning, and if you haven't seen my video, make sure you check that one out. And I do think embracing the language is really, really relevant too, because everything gets so much easier when you can communicate effectively with people. Makes total sense, right? And you do see the world in a different way when you've got that. So yeah, I think to answer your question, I think it was steep, but it's definitely shallowing off a bit, and we're into the rhythm of things, and we're enjoying the kind of seasonality and the customs and all of the amazing things that Spain offers. I'll keep you posted. Next one from Teacher Carla 7831. Question is how to set up a YouTube channel, deciding the name, topic and niche. Thanks. Well, I speak to you with less than a year in YouTube. There are lots of people with lots more experience than I have. However, I do understand marketing, and I've had a marketing agency in the UK, and I've been involved in marketing my own companies for many, many years. And your points about the name, the niche, the topic absolutely are relevant. It's sort of business 101 is who is it for, and what do you deliver? What do you want? What is your outcome? So I would say that the first thing would be, if you're going to start any project, be it YouTube or any social media or basically a business of any kind, even if it's not a business, I would say understand what you want from it, what your outcome is, and understand who it's for. That is really, really key. Ironically, I haven't really done it that way. In the past, with the businesses that I've run, I've known exactly who they're for. They're for fitness coaches that want to become elite coaches. They're for gym owners that want to grow their business, etc. High performance executives that want to lead teams. I've known exactly that. With the YouTube channel, it really was a passion project that I've lent into just to share my passions, and it is a bit random, and I've even had that kind of feedback from some of you guys, like, Do you talk about Spain? Do you talk about watches? And I'm kind of having to just say, like, right now, I'm just enjoying the journey. I don't really have an outcome. I've always loved contributing and sharing. I've got ideas about how we as a community can come together and do some interesting things, but I'm just taking it one step at a time. So I think this is a case, Carla, of do as I say, not as I do. And the main thing is just get started. Super easy to overanalyze and never actually do anything. Get started, get your first video out there. And I was exactly the same. I procrastinated I thought about starting a YouTube channel for years, and it took me to move to Spain and decide, right, I'm going to go for it now. That's when it happened. So yeah, get your first video out there. It will be bad, but you start and then you improve. You don't get great and then start. It just doesn't work like that, does it? I hope that helps. Anything I can help with, give me a shout. Nachos 8030. My question is, how do you manage your time so that it doesn't feel it becomes stressful between work and children? At least in my case, it takes too much time. Yeah, I mean, children are exhausting. All the parents out there, I'm sure I've got unanimous agreement on this. They want your time. You want to give them your time. You're guilty when you don't. And it is a difficult balance. And I'm not an expert at this either. I'm not a parenting guru of any kind. All I would say is I think about it in terms of what example do I want to set for them? What do I want to see them? Or what do I want to show them and demonstrate through my actions and behaviours? And that is tackling projects, moving forward in life, achieving things, but also having time to come together. And we try and have meal times together, family meals, come round at the table and talk and not have the TV on. And my children don't always want to discuss what they've been doing in the day. They just, no, enough, or, you know, they don't want to get into that. But the effort's there. It will always be a balance, and you have to decide where you want to go with your business or your career. And I think that sets a great example for children. But at the same time, you're not going to get it right. You are going to make some cock-ups. And that's okay. That's okay. Take the pressure off yourself. I think the main thing with children is not having amazing things or spending loads of money, or it's not about things, it's about time. It's about contact. It's about being together. And that goes way, way further than any toy or any holiday or anything like that. So yeah, balance. And I think that's something that's a reflection of my evolution, if you like. When earlier in my career, it was all about more. But I was in my 20s and in my early 30s when that was happening. And then you realise it's actually about less and less and less. There are not that many things that are that important. Your health, being with your family, and being able to be free and have choices, which does require some money, and that's where the balance comes in. I hope that helps. Connor's asked, Connor Dixon 23, if you were a new coach or trainer, how would you set up your own coaching business, or what would you do differently compared to when you first started out? Well, it's fairly well known that I shared it in a story in a recent video, the video called I Lost It All, that when I first started out, I went absolutely headfirst into opening up a gym in Leeds and didn't work, and I had no idea about sales and marketing. So what I did well, and I think it's important to recognise what you did well, is I was a very good coach. I'd got hands-on, I'd been to America, I'd trained different athletes, and I'd committed to coaching. What I did really poorly was understand exactly who it's for and my market based on what I was talking about in a previous question. And I didn't get marketing, and it was only when I embraced business, so marketing, branding, sales, products, that I started to make meaningful money. But also, and this is a really important one, you can't be a world-class coach or practitioner if you don't have any clients. You have to be able to get clients, and you have to get that balance right. So embracing the principles of business, hiring a mentor changed my life as well, really is the way forward. Hope that helps. That's it for this one, guys. I don't want to go too long on these Q&As, but I have got more questions, so I'll come back with another one. Make sure you look out for the post when I put Q&A posts out, and if you've got a question on any of the stuff that I cover, then please do ask. Really appreciate you watching. Make sure you hit subscribe, thumbs up, share the video with someone who would love it, and I will see you on the next video. Have a great day.